Welcome, everybody. My name is Judah. We're here again for What the Football. And as I would always say, how far? That's a Nigerian thing. As you can see today, Nigeria. Andrew, another week, another episode. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
Okay.
Excited.
Okay. Are you?
I think so. Now,
That's not convincing.
Now I'm concerned.
That is
Should I not be
convincing.
excited?
You should be excited, bro. Okay, so today we'll be talking about the women's game. As some of us know, the Women's World Cup is going on. And after that, we'll preview the new league season that is about to start. So, Andrew, let's get into it. Women, football.
How's that going?
I think it's a beautiful tournament. Actually, a friend of mine who's into like IT tech stuff, he really loves the design. That's funny though.
Okay, yeah.
But generally, I think it's a beautiful tournament. It's the first time that the tournament is having 32 teams. So it feels like a full-on World Cup. And there's been so many upsets. Like Brazil didn't make it out of their group. Brazil.
Wow.
That is Brazil. Brazil did not make it out. The co-host, New Zealand, did not make it out of their group. Germany did not make it out of their group.
Wow.
So it's a pretty good tournament.
USA?
The USA have been knocked out by Sweden on penalties. And even before that, they struggled to get out their group. So I saw, I think, the last few minutes of the game against Portugal. And if Portugal had won that game, the USA would have been out. And I think in the 90th minute, they struck the crossbar. So if that ball had gone in, the USA would not even qualify. So to see that the defending champions are out, I think they are ranked number 1 in the world. And they won't even play the quarterfinals. It's just crazy, bro. I think it's a really good tournament. I saw the game between Australia and Nigeria. I watched the game thinking, okay, if Nigeria gets a draw, good stuff. Nigeria won.
Wow.
That was crazy. And the Philippines.
Yeah, the Philippines.
Debutants at the World Cup. And they actually won another host nation, New Zealand, 1-0. And it was celebrated like, that was a really big thing. And, well, speaking about the Philippines.
Yeah, that was a team that surprised you a little, wasn't it?
Man, I tell you. The team is it's a unique team.
Yeah.
So, definitely, the squad is 23, as every FIFA team is. 23 squad, man squad. 18.
Woman.
Oh, yeah, anyone? My bad, yeah. 23 women. I'm sorry, Philippines. I'm sorry, that's my mistake.
That shows you I'm listening. I'm not just sitting here.
That's a good thing.
I'm listening to you.
That's a good thing. Thank you for keeping me in check. So 23 women, and 18 of them are United States born.
Yeah.
So 18 of 23 are born in the US.
Yeah.
Or have some level of affiliation with the US. I think that's really good. Their first game against, I think, Switzerland, which they lost, 8 of the 11 that started were US born.
Wow.
Yeah, so it feels like it's definitely the Filipino national team, or Filipina national team, depending on how you do it. Yeah, but you can see the influence of the expat life. So, like, folks, I think there's some of them, like, Polish father, Filipino mother, Filipino father, and, like, Puerto Rican mother, something like that. You just see, I think if marriage was a tool, I think the Philippines are the guys who are making the best out of that tool, or one of them, at least in this context of football.
Yeah.
So it's really encouraging to see that intercultural marriage and time outside of your own home countries. So going out as an expat and stuff, and, meeting people. And this might sound funny, but Asians are not like the tallest people in the world. You know that? And hey, don't laugh that way, bro. It's not banter. It's like a fact.
That's just
It's just like a fact.
Sure.
Because when I watched the Filipino team and the World Cup, I'm like, they got height. Like, they have good height. So compared to like the Vietnamese team or the Japanese team, you can see that I think mixed blood has its benefits. But it's really, really, really good. Really, really good. So you look at that and you're like, maybe we should encourage people to marry outside of their country.
Well, as the world keeps changing and
Yeah.
people keep living in other countries more and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, maybe we will see that more.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So. But I think it's also good for the country in the sense that I don't consider the Philippines as a footballing nation.
Right. They're more about basketball.
Yeah,
That's
they're
more
like
their sport.
basketball, maybe boxing because of money.
Boxing, yeah, the
Because of
Manipack,
money
yeah,
and
yeah.
that kind of stuff. And then to see that they can field a strong team like that, I think it's also because these girls would have had the opportunity to train with facilities in the States and all that kind of stuff. But also, the young girls in the Philippines can look at that and go, that's an inspiration.
Right.
If somebody like Baird, who's on the team, or Bowden, who scored their goal against New Zealand, the header, if she can do it, I can do it. So I think it's good inspiration for young Filipinas.
Right.
They can watch that team and go, this is possible.
Right.
So I think it's one of the many benefits that football brings to us. But that's just on the Filipino team anyway. But it's really, really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
I think another thing that I've really enjoyed to see in the World Cup is the age of some of the players. There's a striker, I think, for the Costa Rican team. She's 16.
Oh, wow.
Somebody, Scott. I think Scott. She's 16, bro.
Okay.
When I was 16, I didn't even know what I was going to do in my life.
And this is someone playing on
she's playing
one of the biggest stage.
I tell you, bro.
That's amazing.
I think there's a midfielder in the Italian team, Dragoni. I might be wrong, but I think that's it, Dragoni. I think she's also 16.
Wow.
So you have teenagers playing on the biggest stage. Paraguelo, the Spanish winger. I love her play, man. She's so good. She's like 19.
Okay.
But compared to the 16-year-old, she's like an old girl. And funny enough, somebody or one of the ladies in the Costa Rican team started her career with the national team at age 12.
Wow.
12, bro.
That's amazing, yeah.
I tell you, it's so encouraging. And
is that even like possible? Like,
you never know.
Can they like do that? Like have players that young?
I guess they would have to find a way to get a balance with the parents, and her academics shouldn't suffer, so she'll still have to go to school, but still play and come for training and all. But it's just been encouraging to see that the dream is not for us. It's not too far off. At 16, you're playing at the biggest stage, on the same stage with someone like Sam Kerr, who's like a global star, or Sinclair, who's played for a long time, or even Marta, Brazilian Marta, like 37. You know, all my life I've heard of women's football. I've always known Marta.
That's
like
true.
She's been
she's one of the OGs.
I tell you, man, one of the very real OGs, Marta. And to see her after Brazil got knocked out, I'm like, that's just so sad. You know the funny thing, I don't think she's ever won the World Cup though.
Oh man.
I don't think so. I might be wrong, but I don't think she's won the World Cup. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What to do?
Let me say something. Look, I wanted to say, because I thought what you said was very interesting about not seeing, or like it's kind of like a known thing, like for the Philippines, basketball is much more of a sport, and then there's boxing. But like, I think that's also just the beauty of tournaments like the World Cup, men or women, because you see teams come out of the woodwork that you're like, oh my goodness, like you never know. Sometimes teams just, they surprise you.
Yeah, it's just, I can't say anything against that. That is very true. But speaking about the whole idea of intercultural marriage, like we're talking about the Philippines team, you're married to someone who is not of the same nationality as you are.
That's right.
So if you had a kid who was interested in playing football or something, what team would your kid play for?
That's a good question. I think that would depend on, what the kid would want to choose.
Okay.
Because that's, if you look at it, that's what a lot of kids are doing these days. You have, a bunch of young kids in the men's teams who've chosen recently their nationalities. Yeah. And there could be family input in that decision.
Okay.
But I guess it's up to the kid, where the kid wants to play. And also just like, who they would want to represent and all that sort of stuff.
Makes
It would depend.
Makes sense. You're a liberal father. Well, that's good. That is good.
But that, that would if that would ever happen.
Yeah, that is really
Yeah.
good. That is really, really good. So let's talk briefly about our predictions for the tournament.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So what team are you thinking?
Ooh, that's difficult.
Yeah.
I've seen a few games.
Okay.
Not many. Not as many as you have
Okay.
this tournament. But with the few I've seen, I think there's some good ones there. I saw Spain play a little bit,
Okay.
and man, they know how to move the ball, like
truly,
really, really sharp.
very good.
And yeah, I would definitely put them maybe in the bracket.
Okay.
To win. England, maybe.
Okay. So for you, it's Spain and England.
Those are two of the teams I think could do well, but I'm also open to the surprises.
Okay. For me, I think the Spain team is a good team. I agree with you. But I saw their game against Japan, the final group.
You told
game.
me about that.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
I was so impressed with Japan. Like, so impressed. They are very technical.
Yeah.
And they look really fit.
You said something about how you could easily tell what formation they were playing.
Oh, yeah. You could
like
see it
how
clearly.
sharp that was.
You could see it clearly. And that game against Spain, without the ball, was a clear 5-4-1.
Yeah.
Back 5-4-1. And once they get the ball in possession, you could see two runners with Ueki, who started the game. So I'm very impressed with Japan.
Yeah.
I think Japan is a good team. Sweden. I think Sweden is a good team. They're very dangerous on set pieces.
Okay.
Illisted, their center back, great header of the ball, man.
Okay.
Great header of the ball. She's a defender and she has like 3 goals already.
Wow.
3 goals already.
That's really cool. And in the World Cup
and that's just from the group stages only.
In this tournament.
Yes. And
wow,
she's a
that's
center
amazing.
back, bro.
Yeah, that's
she's
really
a defender.
cool.
So she's really good with set pieces. So corner kicks, that kind of stuff, they're dangerous. So I think I would go Japan and Sweden. I think Colombia is also a good team.
Okay.
Just because I love Linda Caicedo.
Okay.
She's also a really young girl. I think she's 18.
Wow.
I tell you, man, it's a tournament for young girls.
That's awesome.
Like, teenagers are taking over the world, bro.
Hey, that's great. I mean, it's and for them, I guess, they're getting exposure as well, and probably I think the game has changed.
Yes.
Things like social media have changed things so much.
Yeah.
The internet's changed things so much and media and all that stuff. But I think just the amount of exposure the women's game has gotten in the last few years, it's been cool to see it grow.
It has been.
And there's still so much more room for them to grow, like for that whole area of football to grow, right?
Sure. Because it's getting way better than what it used to be. I'm really impressed. I tell you, when I was watching women's football years ago, this might sound like a funny illustration, but growing up playing football as kids, like on the streets or somewhere, wherever the ball goes, all the players go.
Okay.
So there's no shape.
Sure.
There's no, you're the center back.
Everybody
on the team, we're all chasing the ball.
Right.
So at some point, when I used to watch women's football, that's what I used to think. I'm like, what is this? Everybody's going to... So there was literally, not all the time, but for some of the games, I wasn't impressed. But when you watch women's football now, oh my God.
You almost can't tell the difference. Like I was telling you about Spain.
Yeah.
Like I like the quality of their passing, the quality of how they were scanning, looking for each other. You couldn't tell the difference between a men's game and a women's game.
And the Spain team is loaded, bro.
Yeah.
The Ballon d'Or winner is there, Putellas.
Oh, really?
Alexia Putellas is there. Bonmati is there.
Wow.
Paravello, who I said I really love, 19-year-old kid. She's on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Her movement is smooth, quick feet. In seconds, she can move the ball in like 2-3 different directions. I know. So it's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed, man. So I still stick with my guys, though. Stick with Japan, Sweden. I think I'll start with those two.
Okay.
There are a few more teams coming to my head, but I don't want it to seem like...
Not Spain.
You already picked Spain.
Okay, so you're not
I think Spain is good.
Okay. But Japan, Sweden.
I think Japan. I'll take Japan, Sweden. So you have Spain and England. So at the
Okay.
end of the tournament, we'll see this.
Okay.
We'll see.
Let's
We'll see who's
let's
team.
check back next week
Yeah.
and see who's in and who's out by that point.
Yeah, that's for me, man. Those two for me.
But here, like, as we're talking about the women's game, like,
Yeah.
there's still a lot more that can be done to like give more exposure to the game, like
Yeah, I guess so.
for the women's. Like, I'm seeing, as in the regular seasons, how much more the women's team of each club is like trying to step up and do more to like
Yeah.
give them
Yeah.
exposure.
Yeah.
Like, it would be awesome, like, if we see broadcasting rights soon, and like we see these
guess. I
games
hope so.
broadcast. Because
I
if
hope
you
so.
look in the tournaments
hope
in this World Cup tournament, like,
Yeah.
I remember maybe 5-ish years ago when
Yeah.
or whatever the last World Cup was, or maybe the one before that.
Yeah.
The crowd wasn't that much. Not many people were going in to watch the World Cups,
You're correct.
the Women's World Cup. And it's amazing, like really amazing to see how you have almost pretty much full stadiums.
Yeah, you do. Like in New Zealand, one of the games in the I can't remember the exact stadium, but one of the games in New Zealand in this World Cup has the record attendance for any football match,
Yeah.
be it male or female.
Oh, really?
I tell you, yeah. I
Wow.
think it was like 40-something thousand attendance.
Amazing.
Yeah, so this World Cup going on now in Australia and New Zealand, one of the games, record attendance for any football match in New Zealand.
That's awesome.
2 World Cups ago, that would have been
No.
a bigger shock. So
Yeah.
to see that it's actually growing.
Yeah.
And I think and I hope that they manage it well and hard work pays off. That's what I hope happens. So.
Yeah.
But what to do? Really, really impressed. Really, 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 really impressed.
Yeah. Hey, next week.
Yeah?
Next week is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Football is back.
European football is back.
Premier League is back.
La Liga is back.
Serie A is back.
I think the Bundesliga is back next week.
Ligue
Not
1?
next week, like the week after that week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ligue 1 is back.
Music to my ears, bro. Music to my ears. It's weekends without football are not the same.
That's so true, man.
They're not the same. So it's good to have football back. I think the big game for us is Chelsea-Liverpool.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's a big game.
Hey, there's another big game, though.
Which one?
City and Burnley.
Oh, yeah. Company's coming back. Johnson Company's coming back.
That's going to be one to watch.
I guess so.
I'm rooting for an upset, so let's see.
But City, man.
That's true.
You can win them, definitely, but Burnley will have to work very hard.
Okay.
Off the ball.
Yeah.
Off the ball mainly. Because you won't get so much of the ball against City. So they'll have to work really hard. What team does your team play?
Nottingham Forest.
The guys who dealt it you at the end of last.
Yes. Yes.
You guys went there and you
Just-
lost,
just-
and City got the league.
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it, bro. To be
Okay.
honest with you, I think
No Jesus?
I don't think he's there
Okay.
at the moment. I think he's recovering
Okay.
after a procedure.
Okay.
So let's see. But same as you, I'm excited, man. The football is back. It's just it makes weekends
Oh,
a
beautiful.
lot better.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Um,
Quick one. Chelsea-Liverpool. Who do you think will win?
Ooh. I want to go with Liverpool.
Ah, come on, bro. I thought you loved me, man.
I do love you, but here's the thing:
Yeah?
your squad has like been completely like
Yeah.
tossed and turned around upside down,
Chelsea's
and you
like-
have a new manager.
Chelsea is a work in progress. It's a big work in progress. But I think I'm hoping that it will not be like a walk in the park for Liverpool. Hopefully the boys will work hard and stuff like that. Yeah, but you never know. It's football.
That's
So watch
right.
it because you never know.
So next week, then we'll have our reactions to that game as soon as it's over.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
But yeah, football's back. Exciting
back.
stuff.
Very exciting.
I think we need to thank some people.
Oh yeah, we need to say thank you to, we've received so much love in the last week. So much love, I tell you. It's so much love. It's actually surprising.
Yeah,
I tell you so much from everybody, men, women. Like, we listen to your podcast. We love it.
yeah,
This is so good. It's like, it's something new. It's, the comments have been so encouraging. So
yeah.
Thank you to everybody who's been watching, listening, commenting, sharing. Speaking about commenting, we got some comments. Hi.
We do.
Tell
We
me,
do have some comments.
what kind of comments have we gotten this week?
Well, most of them have been really encouraging, like you said. We know most of you that are watching are like our friends and family. But like hopefully more people will catch on.
You
and
gotta start somewhere, bro.
That's true. We gotta start somewhere. Hey, what is it? What's the saying? It takes a village.
To raise a child?
Well,
Somewhere.
I mean, it takes a village.
Okay,
That's
takes
the saying.
whatever you say, man. I don't know.
Okay, I think the saying is we'll have to check that, I guess, and come back
you
and
should
report
say that.
again.
You should
But
check that.
the saying is maybe it takes. Okay, now I'm second guessing it now. Dang it, Judah.
I don't know, man.
Okay, whatever.
But at least I know charity begins at home.
Oh, there you go.
I
That's
know
a
that
good
one.
one. So charity
Yeah.
begins at home.
Yeah.
What the football begins at home. So thank you to all those who've
Let
known
us into
since-
their home.
and supported and encouraged us. I
Yeah.
think that's been a
Yeah.
huge part
Yeah.
in us being able to get to today and recording this one today.
True.
But yeah, a lot of the comments have been really encouraging and yeah, it's been cool to hear from people. It's been cool to hear from people we know, and
Yeah.
it's been cool to for me to hear from your folks in your community and
Yeah.
the people that you know even from back home and
Yeah, true that.
chiming in. I'm like, I have no idea who this person is, but I'm so glad that
It's
they're giving
alright.
us positive
Yeah,
feedback.
we got a message. Someone was saying, I know this someone, by the way, and he was saying something like, you should do an episode on Buffon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because Buffon is retiring. You should do something for Buffon. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
We'll get there. Yeah,
We'll get there. But do you think like Buffon is the greatest goalie?
bro. That different podcast. That's not this podcast. That's not this episode. Different episode.
I got another comment from a lady who said, I don't actually watch football, but I love your podcast.
Yeah,
It felt like it was football for beginners,
yeah,
Those of us who are not so deep into the game, we can listen to you guys, and it's pretty basic.
yeah.
So thank you for that also.
And try to keep it fun. So
we'll
hopefully,
try. Yeah.
hopefully you guys are having fun.
Yes. Football for everybody.
That's right.
Beginners and I think professionals.
Experts.
Experts, whatever. Yeah. You got a comment that you said you wanted to share with me. Tell me
Oh
about
yeah. Yeah, this was from my little bro. Shout out to my little bro.
it. Okay.
He said, I don't know if the guy you're hosting it with is a Chelsea fan. What? He didn't mention Drogba, Frank Lampard, Petr Cech, no John Terry.
Oh man.
I had a good laugh with that one.
I
That was funny.
actually like that. I really like that.
You know what's funny?
Nah.
I don't think he watches that much anymore.
Okay.
But these were this shows you the time that he was watching because all these guys were
Still
in
playing.
form. They were in their
Yeah.
prime.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name's John.
John. I still consider myself a Chelsea guy, but I consider myself a football guy first. So maybe when the opportunity comes, I will talk about Drogba and Cech and Lampard and JT. Yeah, but thank you, John. We got another comment from someone who said, I think I now know football after watching only one episode.
And it was mostly just us laughing.
So he now knows football.
Hey, that's great.
But we're just grateful, man. I
Yeah.
think we are grateful. That's all we're trying to say is thank you. It's just gratitude. So
Yeah.
I think that's the aim, man.
Yeah, man.
What are we doing the next one?
Ooh, the next one we're talking about the Premier League, the start of
Okay.
the Premier League.
Okay.
We'll cover some matches. We'll talk about some highlights from the weekend. We'll probably give our predictions for the season.
Oh, I'm
end
not
of the
looking forward to
season.
that. I'm not looking forward to that.
But I think it's important because it's
It
fun
is,
to
yeah.
look back at those
It is,
things and
it
see
is.
where we end up
just
with.
Laugh. Just laugh. If you make big mistakes, just laugh.
Oh, yes.
But it's all right.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Really grateful for you tuning in and hope you're enjoying our conversations. And we're excited for the Premier League to be back and all the
Yeah.
other leagues to be back and
Yeah.
for us to talk about what's happening and all those what the football moments that we're going to talk about.
Those what the football moments.
We're on YouTube and Spotify. So if Spotify is easier for you to listen to us, you can check us out there.
Yeah.
And check us out on YouTube. And also connect with us on TikTok and IG.
Yeah,
We love
yeah.
hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
So the more we hear
Yeah.
from you guys, the more we know that we're doing what we're meant to be doing with this podcast.
I guess so.
But anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.
All right. Bye.